Dallas Cowboys fans. Welcome to America's team, your #1 source for all news and analysis on our beloved Cowboys. And today we have a hot topic to discuss and also a trade that could completely change our offense. But before we get into the details, make sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our updates. You'll want to stay until the end of this video. Our quarterback, Dak Prescott, is about to enter the final year of his 4-year, $160 million contract, and while he's proven to be one of the best at his position, the franchise hasn't made the decision yet to offer you a new agreement that reflects your worth. Why are the Cowboys hesitating to pay him like one of their elite quarterbacks? As we approach training camp in Oxnard, there has been no significant progress in negotiations for Dak's new contract. Despite being considered one of the 15 best quarterbacks in the NFL and coming off one of his best seasons, where he led the league in touchdowns and was second in MVP voting, it seems that is not enough for him. Dallas main office, ESPN, with the help of coaches, executives, and scouts, ranked the 10 best quarterbacks in football, and Prescott came in at number 10. So what's the dilemma with Dak? Dak's dilemma remains. He is consistently very good, but he is outside the top tier. Despite his enormous numbers, ESPN wrote. An NFC executive commented, "He always does well enough to be in the top 10, but he never gets over the hump. He makes all the throws. He's playing the position at a high level, but something is missing. There are a lot of factors. In that, from the running game, the playmaking, the defense, and Dallas hasn't won in a long time. But certain players are going to elevate their team at the end of the game, and Dak doesn't seem to do it. This isn't new to us, and we've seen Prescott play some magnificent football in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, we don't see the same clinical and confident Dak. Is that one of the reasons Cowboys management isn't completely sold on Prescott? Could be. Despite all the good he does in the regular season, Dak seems to fall apart when the playoffs begin, with a record of 2-5. Although many remember his impressive performance against Tom Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where he completed 25 of 33 passes for 305 yards and 4 touchdowns, overall, he has struggled in the postseason. This is Dak's dilemma. The Cowboys have one of the best quarterbacks in the regular season, but come playoff time, he hasn't been able to take the team to the next level. This inconsistency could be a deciding factor in Jerry Jones and the front office deciding whether they are willing to make Prescott the highest-paid quarterback in football. So there you have it, friends. What do you think? Should the Cowboys pay Dak Prescott as one of the top quarterbacks, despite his struggles in the playoffs? Leave us your comments below, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it. But before we get into the details, make sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our updates. You'll want to stay until the end of this video so you don't miss anything. After months of constant speculation and failed contract negotiations, the San Francisco 49ers find themselves at a significant crossroads. Their star receiver, Brandon Aiyuk, has officially requested a trade, shaking up the NFL landscape and setting the stage for a potential bidding war between teams looking to acquire this talented young receiver. For those who aren't completely up to speed, Brandon Aiyuk has been a critical piece in the 49ers' offense since his arrival. He was selected in the first round of the 2020 draft, and has proven to be one of the most promising receivers of his generation. This past season, Aiyuk posted impressive stats with 75 receptions for 1,342 yards and 7 touchdowns, earning him being named second-team All-Pro. Despite his success on the field, contract negotiations between Aiyuk and the 49ers have not progressed as expected. Aiyuk is scheduled to make $14.1 million this season, the final year of his rookie contract. With talks stalled and no new contract in sight, Aiyuk has decided it's time to look for new opportunities and has requested a trade. This trade request has generated quite a stir around the league, with several teams already showing interest. The two teams most mentioned in rumors are the New England Patriots and the Washington Commanders. Both teams are desperate to upgrade their receiving core and could be willing to pay a high price to acquire Aiyuk. The Patriots, known for their strategic approach and his ability to make bold moves, could see Aiyuk as the piece they need to revitalize their offense. With a young quarterback developing, having a receiver of Aiyuk's stature could be critical to his long-term growth and success. Similarly, the Commanders, who also have a young quarterback, could greatly benefit from adding Aiyuk to their lineup. A star receiver can make a difference in the development of a rookie quarterback, as we've seen in recent examples with A.J. Brown helping Jalen Hurts on the Eagles or Stephon Diggs boosting Josh Allen on the Bills. But this is where things get really interesting for us Cowboys fans. When a player as talented as Aiyuk becomes available, our team almost always appears in trade rumors, especially when it comes to a position we need to strengthen. The Cowboys have had trouble negotiating a new contract with our own star receiver, CeeDee Lamb, and the idea of adding Aiyuk to our lineup is enticing. However, the reality is a little more complicated. The Cowboys have a host of top free agents in 2025, including Dak Prescott, Lamb, Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, Brandon Cooks, Doesa Odigizua, and Trey Lance. Adding Aiyuk to the mix could further complicate our future contract negotiations and put a huge strain on our salary cap. Trading for Aiyuk would also involve a one-year deal, meaning we could be trading significant draft capital for a player who would only be with us for one season. This is a risky bet, but there is no denying that the addition of Aiyuk could provide the extra spark we need in big matches and elevate our game to a new level. Imagine for a moment the Cowboys with the best wide receiver duo in the league, backed by our fantastic offensive line and with Dak Prescott leading the pack. This move would be a definitive test to determine if Mike McCarthy and Prescott are the right men to take us to the long-awaited Super Bowl. If they can't lead this team to success with a talent like Aiyuk on the field, then maybe it's time to consider a deeper rebuild. Plus, the dynamics of the Aiyuk trade are fascinating. The trade request comes at a time when the 49ers have already dealt with a similar situation in 2022, when Deebo Samuel also asked to be traded. Samuel eventually landed a lucrative 3-year, $71.5 million contract, with $58.1 million guaranteed. This shows that the 49ers are willing to negotiate, but also highlights the complexity of managing multiple stars at the same position. Aiyuk has thrived in San Francisco's offense since Brock Purdy became the starting QB. He has had 8 100-yard games in 26 games with Purdy, compared to 3 similar games in 45 games with other quarterbacks. This underscores his ability to adapt and excel, regardless of who is throwing the ball. For the Cowboys, making a move as bold as this would be a statement of intent. It will show the league and the fans that we are willing to do whatever it takes to win. But it is also a decision that must be made carefully, considering all the long-term financial and strategic implications. So what do you fans think? Should the Cowboys go all out to sign Brandon Aiyuk, despite the challenges? Could this move be the key to unlocking our true potential and taking us to the Super Bowl? Leave us your comments below, and don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Remember to subscribe to America's Team for more news and analysis on our beloved Dallas Cowboys. Until next time,